Hello, Heritage High School parents, students, and families. Thank you for joining us this evening for our annual Senior Parent Night. We have so much information to share with all of you to help your student prepare for life after high school. Let's get started with the agenda for this evening. And just a reminder that this is being recorded and will be made available at the HHS website under the Counseling tab. Here's our agenda for the evening and what we will be covering, starting with the counseling team. We'll also do an overview of the College and Career Center resources, an overview of graduation requirements, which is very important this year for our students, an overview of A through G subject requirements for all our students, all our seniors that are planning to apply to a four-year college. And then we'll go over all the different options our students have in applying to the different college systems. We'll also do an overview on NCAA for college athletes and also the community college system, post-secondary options, vocational tech programs along with the military, and then valuable resources that are available for your students and also for parents. We are going to end the night on a fun note with some important senior activities. I'm not going to let you know exactly what that is, so it could be a surprise, but we're going to have a special guest at the end. This is our counseling team here at Heritage High School. There are 5 counselors that meet and support students throughout the day for our entire student body. So we help support students in the areas of academic, college, and career, as well as provide social emotional support to students during the school day. The best times for students to meet with their counselors is usually before school, during lunch, and after school. Keep in mind, sometimes we're pulled at meetings, so we're not always going to be available at those times, but usually those are the best times students can meet with us. We can also set up appointments if students reach out to us via email or stop by if they need a longer meeting time. And we encourage parents to reach out to us via phone or email if they'd like to schedule appointments with us as well. Okay, but this is the counseling team here at Heritage. Miss Morgan in SLCA 1, she'll be one of our presenters this evening, joining myself. I'm Jackie Valdez, counselor for SLCD. Our newest member this year is Miss Lindsay. She's our counselor for SLCC. And we have our other 2 counselors that have been here a few years, Mr. Campos, who's our counselor for SLCB, and also Ms. Tioseco, our counselor for A2. Before I keep going, I forgot to mention that everything in this PowerPoint is hyperlinked. So we are going to post this so you can click away and go directly to that information. Okay, so we want to make all the resources that we've posted here readily available for you guys at your fingertips.
Hello, good evening. Can I be heard? All right, so I'm Michael Gomar. I'm the College and Career Center coordinator. As you can see, my phone number is located there on the screen. And that's the best way to reach me via phone and email. So with any questions you may have pertaining to this presentation. So I just wanted to touch on the services for the College and Career Center, what we provide for our students. So first off, we have guest speakers, and getting to that, we have a few guest speakers coming to our campus in the upcoming weeks. Next week, August 25th, Wednesday, we will have Grand Canyon University admissions counselor visiting during lunch at 12:17 through 12:47 p.m. On September 7th, we will have a UC application and Common App essay workshop. That's September 7th, Tuesday at 3:10 p.m., 4:40 p.m. after school. Then that would be a 90-minute workshop. And lastly, on September 27th, which is a Monday, we will have a visitor, an admissions director from University of the Pacific, visiting during lunch at 11:25 through 11:55 a.m. So if you are interested in signing up for any of these presentations, please visit the Career Center. I am taking signups now, or if you have any questions, please contact me. We also provide scholarship information. So for any information on scholarships, you can visit the website for the Career Center. You can also email me with any questions you may have or call me. We also provide information on financial aid, FAFSA, Cal Grant. So if you have any questions about that, again, you can contact me. For SAT and ACT information, we have fee waivers and information as well. For workshops, I mentioned, we have the Commune app and UC application workshop coming up, as well as other various workshops in the future. So we also provide career assessments and major program exploration and college searches. Some of the programs that we use are Big Future, which is a College Board website that helps students find a college that is suitable for your needs and interests. And we use California Career Zone. This is a website that helps students plan for a future career. You can take a quick assessment to explore jobs that best match your personality. It also helps explore colleges within the United States, and it can help you develop a budget to make sure your choices support your plan. We also use Eureka, which is a comprehensive career information system that assists you with your educational and career exploration. Heritage High School students can access Eureka through the College and Career Center's computers, or you can access it online from home. You can find the link on the College and Career Center webpage. Aside from that, we also provide work permits. So if you are planning on working soon or need to renew your expired work permit, you can pick one up in the Career Center, or you could access it and download it via online on our website as well.
Okay, just to do an overview for graduation requirements. This is going to be something that we're really going to embed in our seniors this year and making sure that they know exactly what they need to complete in order to graduate, earn their diploma, walk the stage this year. That's the goal for senior year for class of 2022. So starting with the first subject requirement, students are to complete 4 years of English 9, 10, 11, and 12 for a total credits of 40. A year of world history, a year of US history. Currently, seniors are taking already that government and then a semester of econ. So both of those requirements need to be passed and fulfilled. Life and physical science, so students need a year of life science, and that's completed through Living Earth, and a physical science, which is chemistry. And then mathematics, students need 3 different levels of math to graduate. So for example, the traditional math sequence is Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, but we do realize some students started at Geometry or Algebra 2. So as long as they've taken 3 different levels of math, they've met this requirement. Fine arts or world language, one or the other completes this requirement. PE, students need to fulfill 2 years of PE, PE 9 and PE 10, a semester of health, and then electives of 115 elective credits for a grand total of 270 credits, which will earn them their diploma. We have a lot of seniors this year, every year, that need to complete and pass all 8 classes that they're enrolled in order to meet the 270 credit requirement. And then we have other seniors that only need 6 classes to meet their 270 credit requirement. Regardless of where they're at, we want them to really finish strong and complete and pass all their classes, with good grades, right? This year we'll be visiting our seniors in senior English classes, and this will take place next week. So we're going to be going over the same information with their seniors, giving them the post-secondary options, going over deadlines and also resources, the do's and don'ts of senior year. And also we're going to have our seniors go over their transcripts. So they're going to receive an unofficial copy of their transcript, and that will help them complete their college applications, which we'll go over later on in this PowerPoint. But we did want to show families the bottom half of the transcript, because most times families are unsure why we have all those GPAs and how to read the bottom half or the bottom portion of this transcript. So starting with the GPAs on the left-hand side, the academic GPA 10 through 12, this GPA is used when students are applying to the UC or CSU college systems. It is the weighted GPA, so for this student, they would be applying with a 3.52. And again, it's for the UC and CSU systems only. If students are applying to private schools, out-of-state campus, campuses or HBCU campuses, they'll be using the total GPA highlighted here in pink, and it would be the 3.65. Again, it's the weighted GPA. So that's why we have all of those different GPAs, because each college system wants one or the other, okay? Class rank is here. Class rank is based on the total GPA, again, weighted. And then on the right-hand side where it says credit summary, it just lists all the graduation requirements that I went over with you just now. And then at the bottom, it shows you the amount of credits the student has completed so far. So if your student has 190 credits or more, they are considered to be on track. If your student has exactly 190, that means they need to pass every single one of their classes to graduate with 270 credits. Students that have under 190 should have already met with their counselor or will be meeting with their counselor to go over a credit recovery plan. Okay, so it's important that students know how to read their transcript and know exactly what their status is. And we'll be going again over this next week with every senior in the classrooms.
Okay, next we will be looking at the UC and CSU college entrance requirements. So these are the minimum requirements needed to apply to a school in California, whether it be a UC or a CSU. And we could start at the top where A, for the history/social science, you need 2 full years. So the students usually qualify with that with world history and US history. For the B category, English, they will need 4 years of English, which is the same as our graduation requirements 9 through 12. In category C is math. They will need 3 years of college prep math, but 4 years is highly recommended. The typical pathway most students take is Algebra 1, Geometry, and then Algebra 2. And then they have the choice after Algebra 2 to go above, whether that be pre-cal or statistics. Category D, we have laboratory science. You need 2 full years of lab science, but 3 years is recommended. So the first 2 is living earth and chemistry, and then some students will go on to take a 3rd year. An example of a 3rd year is physics. For category E is a language other than English. So students need 2 years of the same language, but again, 3 years or more is recommended. We offer Spanish and French on our campus. For category F, it's visual or performing arts. It is required to do at least 1 year of a college prep course. So we have art classes, music classes, and theater that meets that requirement. Finally, we have the category G, which is the college prep elective. So students do need 1 year of a college prep elective class. Some examples that we have are psychology, speech and debate, creative writing, etc. We have a full list of our A through G courses on our website and as well as under the course catalog to take a look at. Next, we'll be looking at our high school graduation requirements versus the college minimum entrance requirements. So these are the key differences between the two. So for college, if you would like to go straight to a 4-year college after graduation, grades, students do need C's or higher to get into college. So C's or higher. D's still will earn them credits for graduation, but they will not meet the college requirements. Math, students do need to complete Algebra 2 or higher for college. Also, one big difference is they will need the minimum of 2 years of a language plus the art class. So they will need both of those if they're wanting to apply straight to a 4-year as well. And then tests this year, the SAT and the AC tests are optional, but that is something separate if a student wants to go straight to a 4-year college. So this is for the CSUs. So Cal State Apply is open between October 1st and November 30th. So around the border, we have some of the state schools that are close to us. So we have San Jose State, San Francisco State, San Diego State. All of these open for applications on October 1st and then go through November 30th. This is a little map of the CSU campuses and where they're located in California. To get in these schools, what you will need is a minimum GPA of a 2.5. This year, due to the pandemic, If you have it between a 2.0 and a 2.49, students may be evaluated for admission based on supplemental factors. So that could be looking at outside requirements such as their extracurriculars or personal questions, things like that. SAT and ACT this year, it is not required for them to apply. They do not need that. However, it is used as one of the measures to help place the student in the proper math and English class. So students still can take those tests and get placed properly when they enter college. We do recommend that students create their college portal and to check their email regularly. Some will also recommend that they create a separate email just for their college application, so it's not mixed in with the junk emails, and then also to create their deadline and to-do list. Next for UC, so that's University of California, their applications are through the Common App and they do open on November 1st and close on November 30th. You can see some examples of the UC schools. So there's UC LA, UC Santa Barbara, UC Berkeley, UC Davis. All of that will begin on November 1st through November 30th for applications. What you will need for the University of California campuses is a little bit different than the CSUs. So what we do recommend for students is to first start out by filling out a brag sheet to help organize all of their information. The brag sheet is hyperlinked on here as well as on our counseling website, but you can list everything that you have. So you will need a minimum GPA of a 3.0 for these schools. They also are interested in your community service, your activities that you do, any awards that you have, clubs, honors, and involvement in the school or community. Again, the SAT and ACT are not required, but they do have 4 personal insight questions, which I'll cover shortly, but there's 4 questions that they will ask the students to answer and then tell a little bit about themselves. A letter of rec is not required for UCs. However, we still recommend using that brag sheet for the student to organize all of the materials that they'll need. Again, we recommend checking the emails frequently and also creating the college portal so they do not miss any information sent to them. Next, so for the personal insight questions, they will post, and I believe it's already on the website now, 8 questions. So students can choose 4 of these 8 questions that they will need to respond to for the UC application. They will want to pick the questions that are most relevant to their life experience. Each response is only limited to a max of 350 words. And it's really just a way for these colleges to get to know the student as a whole. So they'll look at their personality, their background, their interests other than school, and any achievements they may have. It's best described as an interview, but through written word, so the schools can get to know them on a different level. We have on here linked a video regarding personal insight questions that I'd recommend you and your students to watch later, which we will be posting on our website with this PowerPoint.
The next college system that students are able to apply to is the independent colleges, private schools. So the private schools use a Common App. Now, not all private schools use the Common App, but I would say the vast majority of our private schools use the Common Application. So here's the link as to where your students would need to create their account to apply to several private schools. As you can see, we decorated this page with a couple of private schools, Santa Clara, Baylor University, Carnegie Mellon University, Stanford. So all those good schools. So if this is your system, listen up, okay? Okay, for the independent colleges, private schools, this is what students will need. Students will need that brag sheet, which is also that student resume. So collecting and gathering everything the student has done throughout their high school career. Like Ms. Morgan was saying, all their activities, their honors, awards, extracurricular activities, all of that needs to be put in this resume. It's best to just have it in one place so they can just refer to it as they're applying. It makes it easier to just be able to have everything in one spot. Okay, so we do highly recommend students organize themselves and have that brag sheet ready. to put everything on there. Even work experience is important for them to highlight on their college application. Not all students are involved in extracurricular activities because they may not be able to, especially now with this pandemic. So other things that your student has been involved in, it's going to be important to put on their college application. Now, this is the system where your student will need a letter of recommendation. So CSU does not want a letter, UC does not, the private schools do. So the private school system needs those letters of recommendation. So it is required. How do you know how many letters of recommendation your student will need from teachers? That's where your student needs to do that research. Creating their Common App, they'll be able to look at that information there, but also we want our students to be proactive and start researching their colleges and looking at their website and looking at admission requirements. Every college is so different. There's so many private schools. So it's important for students to start doing their homework and researching that right now. Some important things to consider when asking for a letter of recommendation is making sure that you are asking at least 2 weeks ahead of time for a letter of recommendation. So teachers and staff are very busy, and we want to make sure that we're very mindful of their time and giving them a minimum of 2 weeks notice. So if a student is doing college research last minute, it's really not fair to ask for a letter of recommendation 2 days prior to your deadline. So we want students to be proactive, start doing that research and start looking at the colleges that they want to apply to now. So it's important to plan ahead, be prepared, and do that research, okay? And look at the admission requirements for each campus that you want to attend. And again, we don't want you guys to wait for the last minute, because then you're gonna be able to see that on your college application. You want to make sure you put in quality work and time, and usually, you know, ask for your teachers to write you letters ahead of time, okay? And make sure you do it in person also, not email. Email is not as friendly, so doing it in person is a little bit better, okay? Another system that our students apply to is the HBCU campuses. So the HBCU campuses are comprised of over 100 public, private colleges to also include community college system. So these are the historically Black colleges and university. As you can see, a lot of our schools are posted here, like Howard University, Morehouse, Virginia State, Florida AMU University. So many choices for our students to apply. We want to make sure that they have all the information and they're doing everything in a timely fashion. So HBCU campuses, there's exactly 105 if you wanted to know exactly how many. We wrote down a couple of admissions requirements. They're a little bit different than our other college systems. HBCU colleges do sometimes require an admissions interview, so that makes them stand out a little bit more. It varies by campus. HBCU campuses do also use the Common Application, but it also varies because they sometimes have their very own college application. How do you know where to research this if they're using the Common App or their very own application? Going straight to their website, okay? Common App, also creating an account there will let you know exactly what campuses are listed for Common App so that your student can apply there. We've added a couple of really cool websites here, like HBCU Lifestyle, etc. You can do a lot of research using these websites. Again, it's hyperlinked, so all you have to do is click and it'll take you there to that website. At these websites, you'll be able to get a list of the HBCUs by state, look at the rankings, look at college life for each campus. It does have links for college tours, a lot of admissions information, and scholarship opportunities. So the HBCU Lifestyle, when I went to that one, if you click on the scholarship link, it takes you right into a list of scholarships and students can apply on the spot. There are some scholarships that already have deadlines of September 4th and some coming up in October. So it's really important for students to start doing that research now and just trying to take advantage of all those opportunities out there. These links will also give families news events, updates on what's going on in each campus. And in the past, we have had HBCU college fairs close here in town. That's something that we're researching to see if it's going to be made available this year for our students. Due to the pandemic, we're not sure, but hopefully we'll be able to give that to our kids this year. SAT, ACT, we didn't put anything on there because it varies by campus. So it's really getting to know your campus and doing that research and finding out what your campus needs of you when applying to college, okay? Okay, college application process. So we have all the links here, all the websites where students need to go to apply to each college system. The UC campuses, students can actually start their application now. So that window started in August. So students, since this application is a little lengthy, students have the month of August, September, and October to really refine their application, add everything, all the goods, work on their PIQs, the personal insight questions. And then on November 1st, students can start submitting their UC application. So November is really important for UCs. That's the month of submitting your college application. So students really have a few months to really put everything in there, take their time and work on their UC application. So please don't wait last minute because the UC application is a little lengthy, okay? CSU campuses, that opens October 1st and ends November 30th. The nice thing about CSU system is that on October 1st, if the student applies on that date, they can submit their application right away on that date. So it goes to that campus right away. Again, here's the link to where to apply for CSU. HBCU is open, so please go to the website and apply to see if they're using the Common App or if they have their very own application they prefer students to use. Independent private schools, that's open as well. Go to Common App and create your account. But remember that not all colleges use the Common App and may require letters of recommendation. Remember, this is the only system that needs letters of recommendation would be the private schools. And that includes HBCU campuses too. And out-of-state campuses are definitely a system that a lot of our students take advantage and apply to different out-of-state campuses. So again, go to the website to get all that information. And when in doubt, it's okay to contact the admissions office for that college. SAT, ACT. So as Ms. Morgan was saying earlier, it's not required for UC CSU, but it is important again to know exactly what your college is looking for when you're submitting your college application. So SAT, ACT is for the most part test optional for the vast majority of our colleges this year. Students can still test. And if you do, here are the websites to where you would sign up for the SAT and or ACT. We do have a very pretty cool link, which is at the bottom, thefairtest.org. This link will help you research the college admission test requirements. It'll give you a list of all the colleges that are test optional. So in other words, they're not requiring the SAT, ACT. So take a look at it. It is hyperlinked as well. So you can click on it and you'll be able to see all the UCs are listed on there, all the CSUs, and then you'll see a lot of out-of-state and private schools. So make sure that you and your student are doing that research and making sure that you know exactly what your college wants and needs from your student. College athletics. If your student is planning to play collegiate sports, it is important for them to sign up and register at NCAA Eligibility Center. They should do that ASAP. So if they have not signed up, please do so today or this week. A lot of this information you can find in the ncaa.org website. And then what's pretty cool is we have the corecourse.gpa.com. We have more information in this website for students to use. We have it on our Heritage website under the College and Career Center link. So Core Course GPA allows student athletes to easily track progress towards meeting NCAA Eligibility Center requirements. It's really a tool to help students save time in calculating their NCAA Core Course GPA. So use the Core Course GPA. It's going to really help them determine if they've met their core requirements. Students need to complete 16 core courses. So have your student go to either our athletic director, Mr. Nate Smith, our College and Career Center coordinator, Mr. Gomar, or they can go to their SLC counselor for more information. Okay, we're here to support them. So if they have any questions about this, we're here.
Okay, so if you need application help for your college application, you can visit the College and Career Center. Now, the best times to visit is when you have free time, which would be in the morning. The office opens at 7:30 a.m. and right before class, 8:15, so 7:30 to 8:15 in the morning. During lunchtime would be a good time, and after school from 3:05 to 4 p.m. So if you need any help with anything pertaining to applications or anything that's college related, please visit the College and Career Center during those times. So as you see, we have a college and career webpage. You can see the hyperlink there. You can click on it and it'll take you directly there. On Wednesdays, we are planning on giving application workshops during PAC Plus. So this is a good time to work on college applications, your personal statement, or ask any questions that you may have. And I will be able to help you with those topics and questions that you have. Now, another great option are community colleges. You can click on the link there and it'll take you to the California College Apply page. You can register in the spring. Some of the local colleges that we have Berkeley City College, Diablo Valley College, DVC, and Los Medanos College, LMC, which is nearby as well. So these are all great options that are local and affordable. Now, we work closely with Los Medanos College. We usually have representatives visit our campus in the Career Center to conduct workshops and give presentations, concerning general information about admissions and financial aid. We like to conduct these during the fall and spring for our seniors so they can meet with LMCEPs, get assistance with registration, and also get information concerning assessments and placements. So if you are interested in signing up for these, you must sign up in the College and Career Center. So I will be posting more information sometime soon. Right now I am in the works of confirming the financial aid workshop with Los Medanos College. So be on the lookout for that. That will be posted on the College and Career Center calendar. But if in doubt, you could always contact me and the Career Center via phone or email. So lastly, we also have the FT3 program, which is a free tuition program for Contra Costa Community College District. And to be eligible, you must be a first-time student and enroll full-time with a minimum of 12 units. So if that pertains to you, you should really take advantage of this program, which is really great. So if you want more information, it is hyperlinked there. So you just click on that and it'll take you to the main page and it'll give you the full details and information about that program. All right, so now we go to vocational education. So now vocational education is not to be discounted. It's also a great path and leads to great careers. Right there, you will see a hyperlink to a website called Real Work Matters Trade and Vocational School Database. Now, this is a website that explains and helps you look for vocational and trade schools and explains the differences between vocational and trade schools. So with vocational schools, examples of that, those kind of jobs that are vocational include paralegal, medical assistant, and cosmetologist. Students in vocational schools can earn certificates or complete training in under 2 years. In trade schools, there are places that can help you get jobs in skilled trades, which are typically labor-based and require specific training. Examples of trade careers include electrician, carpentry, tile setter, and welders. Now, as far as the programs that are offered, these are some programs that are offered at Los Medanos College. These are high-wage careers with short-term training. Some of those examples include electrical technician, welder, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, mechanic installer, auto mechanic, administrative assistant, web developer, licensed vocational nurse, registered nurse, sound technician, graphic designer, police officer, skilled trades union. Now, these programs in length are 1 to 3 semesters or 2 years or more. As for vocational careers, we have plumbers, steam fitters, and pipe fitters and welding, electricians, carpenter, elevator mechanic. And you ask, why vocational career paths? You earn as you learn, and you minimize financial debt. So if this sounds like a path that you have an interest in, please visit the College and Career Center. I do have more information pertaining to vocations and trades. So it is a great pathway, as says right here. So if you have any questions about that, please contact me. And we also have the military route. So as you see here, we have the branches of the US military, which is the Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. We also have the National Guard here, which is not listed, but that's also a branch. On the bottom, you see US Department of Defense. Now that is a hyperlink that will take you to the main page and website of the US Department of Defense. Now, we like to have and invite representatives from each branch of the military. So, we will have representatives throughout the year this year. Recently, we had a representative from the National Guard come and visit the campus. But, again, just check the calendar for the Career Center, as I will be posting our guests, when they visit. And if you have any information, you can contact the Career Center as well.
Okay, next we are going to look at, this is a screenshot of our website here. So I know a few people were asking about where to find some information. So we wanted to just show you quickly where you can find a lot of this information, and we are updating it throughout the year. So if you go on the Heritage High School website, you will go onto the home page, and at the top, you will see all the different options. So home, academics, activities, etc. You'll go all the way down to student info. That's highlighted in yellow here. You'll hover over that. And when you hover over that, there'll be a drop-down menu, and you'll see the College and Career Center, but you'll also find the Counseling tab. So once you click on the Counseling tab, this is another list of everything that we have available. So you can see we have a few highlighted. So in the green box, we do have a virtual wellness center that we recommend that you check that out. Also in the yellow box down low, that is where the letter of recommendation is and the brag sheet information. Also, transcript requests. So if you are a student needing your transcript, you're actually going to do it through the website, through our registrar. So you'll want to click that link, and it's all electronic. So every important question you have will be listed on the website, and we highly recommend that you look at the website and see what we have. We have a list of the past PowerPoint presentations on here. We have A through G requirements listed, the graduation requirements, just everything that you would want to find is on the website. We also have a tab called Student Supports and Resources. So we have academic supports as well as mental health supports. So please, if you have a moment, take time to look through the website throughout the year for important information.
Okay, so I'd like to introduce Ms. Denise Duran, who is our Senior Grad Night Coordinator.
Thank you so much. And this is such an exciting time, and welcome back to, this is the culmination. You're getting ready for the next chapter of your lives here and preparing for whether it's the military or trade school or which college you want to go to. And before we do that, We want to celebrate you. We want to acknowledge your efforts. We want to say, job well done. And so part of the traditions of Heritage High School is creating a grad night experience for the classes that are graduating. So here you are, class of 2022, on your way. And I am just delighted to be a part of saying, let's have some fun. And with that in mind, we actually will be doing a shift. We're actually shifting things and making this experience something that is going to provide you with the best of both worlds. Over the years, for those of you, for parents who have had students that graduated prior to 2018, you may have experienced the Saturday morning, whether it was a torrential rainstorm or incredible heat. The graduation ceremonies used to be held on Saturdays. And then grad night would be something that came back, where the graduates came back to the school at 9:30, and we party. Because we have shifted to graduation being on Thursday nights, we have seen the impact of the final schedule, the graduation process, getting prepared schedule, and then the 2.5-hour graduation experience is definitely creating a more challenging time. And so for students, it's really hard to stay awake when you guys have been awake for so long already. So what we're doing is we are going to create a wonderful graduation grad night experience that will happen at the school the night of graduation. And there will be details coming forward with that. However, what we're also incorporating is the happiest place on earth. We have been asked so many times, how come we don't do Disney? How come we don't do Disney? Well, guess what? We're going to give you Disney. And the way that we're doing that is we're going to put you on a bus at about 3 in the morning that leaves from Heritage High School, takes you to Disneyland, where you're going to arrive around 9 a.m. You get to play in the park. And then that evening, Disney puts on a grad night that is geared just towards the class of 2022. And it is phenomenal. And we are going to have there's a video that's going to be on the grad night page of the Heritage High School website. And it's geared to be just such an exciting event. So you leave the school at 3 a.m. and you will come back the following day, probably around 9 a.m. So you leave on the 10th, which would be Friday, so you can come to the school and you're going to party after graduation. You'll stay there. And then for those that wish to go to grad night, the grad night celebration or the senior celebration, we're going to have a bus. You climb that bus, you catch some winks, drive down to the bus, takes you down to Disneyland, get there around 9, and then you spend that day at Disneyland, and then you come home at 2 a.m. So it's really an opportunity to both celebrate at the school, as well as for those that want to engage and participate in the senior celebration, can go to grad night at Disneyland. There is going to be a sign up for this program because we need to know, we're going to meet the 10th of June. I just saw that question. So it'll be the graduating class is, I think it's on June 9th. So you'll graduate, and then on June 10th, you head down to Disneyland at very, very early in the morning. There will be 6 payments of $75 each. And the first payment of $75 is due by September 6th. That is a non-refundable deposit. So if you have a 10% inkling that if you're sitting there going, yes, woo, then you're going to want to reserve your seat. We're going to have more information about this coming forward. However, I wanted to be able to share with you that, yes, we are making some changes this year. We are still going to provide a fun grad night at the school, and then the real party is going to take place off campus. Do parents have the option to drive their children to Disneyland to meet with their friends instead of taking the bus? Mr. McCreary, that is a possibility. However, that's, part of the experience can also be being on the bus as well. So that's definitely something that we can talk about. And that also would mean that you would also be getting your ticket, and I would have to find out some more information about how that impacts your grad night, because that's it's a group of tickets that are purchased. And oh, Allie, there may be opportunity to do some painting. And which exact page? Let's see. Just trying to answer some questions that are coming through. So for Disney Grad Night, are we staying the night there, and can we invite others? So this is going to be geared for Heritage High School graduates. And that's going to, we're still sort of also figuring all this out, as this is the first time that we're doing this. This program is being organized and facilitated through World Stride, and this is an organization that many of us are familiar with, where there's been trips abroad. It's the same organization. And again, there will be more information on the Heritage High School Grad Night by Friday. And we're also going to be organizing a meeting for parents, probably that we can do via Zoom, so that we can also answer more questions. However, in the meantime, if you are in any way, shape, or form saying, oh my gosh, Disneyland, hello, then this is going to be an absolutely phenomenal trip. We're so excited to be able to offer this and provide this opportunity. So you won't be spending the night there. You'll catch your Z's on the bus on the way up and on the way back. And will the Disneyland trip be chaperoned, or the kids will be on their own? We will have chaperones. And as a parent of two seniors who have graduated from Heritage High School now, welcome to the reality of, yes, they are growing up and they are going to be doing more and more on their own, and they're going to be fine. So yes, there will be chaperones. And again, the payments will be managed through World Stride. There may be another slide to pull up that will show you that yes, there it is. Thank you so much. We actually have a QR code that will take you to the registration site. And also this document will be on the in the grad night page for so that you can take a look at all of the information there. Denise asks, not this Denise Ramirez asks, does the cost cover the cost to get in the park? Yes, it does. If we drive back right away. Does the cost cover the cost to get in the park if we drive back right away? I might need a little more clarification on that, Denise. Other than Disneyland, are we going to Great America or Six Flags? No, we are not preparing for Disney. Well, not through grad night. I don't know if there's something else that's happening through leadership or administration. Is the amount including both high school grad night and the park? No, it is not. However, the grad night element will be significantly less than what it has been. Had we been moving forward with having the grad night completely at Heritage High School, we would have been looking at a ticket price of about $225 to $50 because of the increase in expenses that go along with having an event for 500 students. So this is actually somewhat comparable to what you would spend just having something here, but this time you get Disneyland. Will the price include meals? So the price is not going to include meals. There's the food that you can get. There's food that they can get in downtown Disney. There's food that they can get in the park. If we drive our kids, will the price decrease? Again, that we may not be able to incorporate the price of the ticket because it is an all-inclusive. However, I am happy to work with World Strides to confirm that answer. And that will include in the grad night page. So it's a package. At this time, what I can say, as most of us have experienced, it's a bundle, it's a package deal. So we get a better price based on utilizing the full benefits of the World Stride program. And the grad night page, so it has not yet been updated, so please don't say, where is it? It is where, so Mrs. Valdez shared the page of the Heritage High School page, and she showed you, here's where the student info is. Well, just a few tabs before that, if you don't go all the way down to student info, there's a tab that says parent info. And when you hover over, there you go, awesome, she is fantastic, yes. So when you hover over that, about the third item down says grad night. And so when you click on that, there'll be information there. Please give me until Friday to make sure that everything is, the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and I can get that information. But the most important thing you're going to want to do is, again, if you are at all interested, register, because we are looking to see how many buses we're going to need and to verify and confirm our tickets for Disneyland. So there's a lot of moving parts, and it's a really, really exciting time. And I am so excited that we finally are going to be doing Disneyland. That's definitely something that we have been asked a lot about. Do you have to pay to register? So yes, the part of registering is the $75 down payment. Yes. Additional questions that I can answer at this time. I may not have an answer, but I definitely can write down your questions. Is there a cancellation fee? So included in World Stride is they offer an insurance program, and it would be $39. So minus your initial deposit, if something were to happen over the course of the year, if you pay the $39 for that insurance, then you would get your money back. Except the deposit, it's a non-refundable deposit of $75. And once we are a month out, so by the time that we hit May 9th or May 10th, then the insurance is no longer applicable. And what is included in this trip? That will all be included. I will have all of that laid out for you in on the info page. But basically, it is the motorcade. It's the motor bus that goes down. So you've got a safe driver. You've got the tickets that are going to get you into Disneyland, as well as the 2021 grad night party. And something that's kind of cool is this is Disneyland's 60th anniversary of celebrating grad night. So you know they're going to be doing some spectacular stuff. Let's see. You can register for Disneyland. You just there's going to be some information going out, as well as you'll be able to find the form and the QR code on the grad night page. How will we be informed whether parents can drive their kids to Disney? Probably want to make it a bigger vacation. Well, you can always put your kid on the bus and then just meet them as well. That's another option. And we'll have a question, a running question page that we'll have on the grad night, on that grad night site within the Heritage High School page. Can you do grad night in Disney and not Disneyland? Yes, we absolutely wanted to make this not a one or the other. We wanted to give people the option. And so yes, you can go to the party at the school and then and go home from there. There will be different, we'll have a registration form for that as well. So I definitely want to thank everybody for your time. And I really thank you so much to the administration and to Mrs. Valdez for all of your support and help. It is such an exciting time, and I say congratulations to each and every one of you, because you truly are the ones that are leading the pack, and you're going to make this world a great and better place for what you have endured and what you're going to do with this information. Yes, you can go to grad night and Disneyland. That is the plan. We want to do it all for you. We want to give you the best of both worlds. Yes.
Okay, thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you taking your time to hear our information. Please make sure to check back on our website when we have everything posted for you, including this PowerPoint and more information about all of the senior events coming up. Thank you and have a great night.